Hi Stacy, hope you're doing okay today and everything's going according to plan. This is your video lesson for today. There's three things I want to talk about. One being technique, two, a new chord for you just in case you're getting bored with your old chords or your chords you have. And number three, the chorus to Fire and Rain. Cool, so let's go down the list, and if you have any questions, or actually you should send me a response back, just let me know how everything's going and everything. So I'm really looking forward to getting that from you. So send it over as soon as you can. And with like any uke stuff that you want me to talk about, anything like that. So anyway, number one, let's go over technique. Last two lessons we did, we were doing the slide. The first lesson being a slide up, and the second lesson being a slide down. So you can put those two together. And remember with that slide, the hand moves as a unit. So the thumb will come along for the ride. If I turn around this way and play, see how the thumb kind of moves with the hand. So you don't really want to do this right here. And you press just enough to make the note sound. So what I actually do, I digress here from what I had wrote, that popped in my head about how to teach it better, is with a lot of my students, they kind of struggle with like how hard to actually push it in this thing, or how hard to press your fingers down. So one thing you can do is an exercise called thud, buzz, bell, and you put your finger on the fret. So we're on here on second fret, a third string, right? And I'm going to play that, but I'm just going to touch the string. I'm actually not going to push down. Right? So it's going to get a thud sound, right? And then I press just a little bit more. Hear that little buzzy sound? You hear the string rattling against the fret wire. There it is. So like I'm barely touching right there. And then all I do is apply just the tiniest bit more pressure. Just like it's basically just like thinking I'm pressing that just a little bit more. And then that'll tell me how hard to press. And that'll help gauge how hard to press down. Because if you press too hard on the slide, you'll kind of like hit every fret wire coming up, right? It won't be smooth, but you press just slightly enough to get the note to ring. It will slide up and slide down without being kind of herky-jerky coming either up or down. So that's a trick that you can use to kind of figure out, well, how hard do I press? Because if you're getting those like, if you feel like you're hitting every fret wire, you may just be pressing too hard. Good. So now for the actual technique I intended to talk about today, is the technique on hammer-on. And so I think we've done a little bit of it, but I'll just go over it one more time, just in case you need to refresh. Basically what it is you're basically plucking the string, instead of with your right hand, you're actually plucking the string with your left hand. So if I hit the string over here, so I'm gonna hit, until you're down with it. And so if I hit that string, right, I'm hitting that second string. So my finger, here, I'll show you where I am. I am on third fret of the second string. So I'm following the tab right here. I'm gonna put my finger here, third fret, pointer finger, right? And I got my finger on there, I'm gonna hit that note. So I'm actually gonna use my thumb over here to play that, right? And then instead of hitting this again, I'm gonna take my left ring finger over here, and I'm gonna slam that down on the fifth fret of the same string. So I'm 3, and you see that little curved line right here? That's a symbol for a hammer on a pull off. And it's gonna go right to 5. So that's what that curved line means. And I hit that string. See, I hit that string there. I take my ring finger here and I slam it down on the 5th fret without hitting it again with this hand over here. Now, easier said than done. What you want to do is you want to land on the tip of the finger. So you don't want to land flat finger with this, because you want all the force to go in a small point right here. You don't want to land flat fingered. So right on the tip of the finger. And what I'm listening for is a clicking sound. See, if I'm going to do it one time without the clicking sound. See how it's kind of wimpy, kind of, and nothing really happens? Right? What you listen for is, hear that click, it's actually my finger pushing the string down and hitting the fret wire. And you hear a click sound. Because you want both notes to be the same volume. If you don't hit that, see how that one's kind of weak? There we go. So listening for that click sound, right? And then what you can do, you can practice is doing this like wherever on the uke. You can do, say on the third string, and go, let's do the right one. See how my finger's like a circle? right? You want to think of circle fingers when you're playing, right? When I'm playing, my fingers are like circles right here. So if you take your thumb like this right here, that's how you know you're getting on the tips of your fingers, right? So circle finger, strike the string with your thumb or on your right hand, and then you slam that ring finger down. And then the rest of the riff, once you practice that, then you can go through the rest of the riff as it goes. So this is the part in the song where he does this. And the part we're doing is the hammer on right there. Cool. So you see in that intro right there, there's two techniques you worry about: the slide and then also the hammer on too. In the video, he plays it as a bar chord, but I don't think it's necessary for us to do a bar chord with it yet. Just try to get the hammer on first, and when those hammer-ons get easier, then we'll incorporate the bar chord into it, but there's no need to make it unnecessarily difficult in the beginning, especially since it's the melodies right there anyway, and I think it stands on its own, so I don't think you necessarily need to do a bar chord there, unless you want to fill out the space a little bit more. Cool. Number two I wanted to talk about was the C chord. You know C, right? Or A1C. Right, your first C chord, right? And another way you can play it is by doing a bar at the 3rd fret, and then second finger on the fret 1, 2, 3, 4, one right next to it on the 3rd string, and then your ring finger on the 4th string. And right. I know we've done bar chords in the past. I just thought it'd be good for you to kind of go back and just review them, because there are bar chords in this song, as you'll see in just a couple of minutes, depending on how long it takes me to get there. So what you can do this week is take this C chord right here and put it into like another song that uses C. I can't remember if the one you're doing, that special secret surprise that you have, if there's a C chord in that song. I'm pretty sure there's a C chord in that song. If you want to practice this, try throwing that chord in there and seeing if that kind of makes it more challenging for you. It's not challenging enough already. And then thirdly, the last thing I want to talk about is the chorus chords. I've written them out here. You should get that pretty easy. I'll play through it. The only chord that's really challenging in here for you in neurosocial development is the B flat, and I don't think that's even a big challenge for you now. Now that you've been doing those bar chords for that one thing that you're gonna do. Wink, wink. Oh, speaking of which, if you want to send over a video of that, feel free. I'll go take a look and see if I can point out anything that we need to work on in there. So anyway, so B flat. All right, it's just the same thing as that C chord, just move down 2 frets. It's on the 1st fret. All right. Anyway, so I'll play through it, and the strum pattern is down, 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 up. He's doing like a little ukulele effect in there. We can talk about that if you want to, but just the basic pattern: down, 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 up. So we have this. And sorry, wait, before I get too far into it, is that there's a couple spots here where the strum pattern changes slightly. On the D minor, down, down, up. G, down, down, up. And then on the last line, F is the down, down, up, and then G, down, down, up. But all the rest are going to be that down, 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 up pattern. All right, here we go. So we have... Do that 3 times. Second time. Third time. Here comes that B flat chord. So what we can talk about next time is the transition between the B flat and the F. Remember to drop the thumb, but we'll go more into depth into that probably next time. So cool. Please send me over a video reply, or just text me, or just let me know everything's going a-okay, and that everything's moving forward the way it should be. If you want to send over that video of you playing through Wink Wink, that special thing that you're gonna do, send it over and I'll take a look. All right. Oh, I'll see you same time next time.